In the sun-drenched plains of the Masai Mara, where the golden grass stretches as far as the eye can see, and the air hums with the promise of life and danger, many lions have come and gone, each leaving their own fleeting mark on the land. But among them, one name stands above the rest, a name whispered with reverence by those who witnessed his reign: Notch. His scarred face, marked by a distinctive notch in his right nostril, told a story of survival and resilience. Each scar was a testament to the battles he fought, the hardships he endured, and the victories he claimed against all odds. Notch was not born into royalty. He earned his crown through hardship and sheer will. As a young lion, he faced rejection and exile, forced to wander the wilds alone, learning the unforgiving lessons of the savannah. He ruled over a vast territory, his roar echoing across the savannah, a symbol of power and security for his pride. His presence alone was enough to deter rivals and reassure his family. As the patriarch of a unique coalition, Notch's journey from outcast to ruler became legendary. He united with his sons, forming a formidable alliance that changed the balance of power in the Mara. His strength was more than physical. It was his intelligence, endurance, and courage that set him apart. Notch was a master strategist, always alert, always adapting to the ever-changing threats of the wild. The life of a male lion is brutal and short, but Notch defied the odds, living long and leaving a legacy that still echoes through the Mara. His graying mane became a symbol of wisdom and experience, admired by all who saw him. He taught us that true strength is about adaptation and perseverance. In the face of drought, rival coalitions, and the constant threat of death, Notch never gave up. Notch's story is not just about battles, it's about survival, leadership, and the power of family. He protected his pride fiercely, nurturing the next generation and ensuring his bloodline would endure. His legend inspires all who hear it, reminding us that loyalty and determination can conquer even the wildest kingdoms. Notch's spirit lives on in every sunrise over the Mara, a beacon of hope and courage. Notch was more than a lion. He was a symbol of the enduring quest for a place to call home, a king forged in the wild whose story will never be forgotten. Notch's story is more than one of strength. It's a testament to survival. His life was shaped by the harsh realities of the African wilderness, where every day brought new challenges and every night demanded courage. Notch was not born into greatness. He earned it, step by step, through sheer determination and an unbreakable will. Every scar was a chapter, each one earned in the daily fight for food, safety, and a future. These marks were not just reminders of battles lost and won, but symbols of his resilience. Each wound told a story of survival, of lessons learned in the unforgiving wild, and of the price paid for every victory. Dominance in the wild means everything: territory, mates, and security. For Notch, holding on to power was a constant struggle, a never-ending test of strength and wit. The savannah is a place where only the most resourceful and determined can hope to thrive. Notch's rise was a masterclass in strategy, proving that brains can rival brawn. He learned to read the land, anticipate threats, and outmaneuver rivals. His ability to adapt and think ahead set him apart from other lions who relied solely on brute force. He understood the land, his enemies, and the power of alliances. Notch knew that survival was not a solitary pursuit. He built relationships, forged coalitions, and used teamwork to overcome obstacles that would have been impossible alone. His greatest legacy wasn't just his offspring, but the dynasty he built with his sons. Together, they formed a formidable force, rewriting the rules of the Mara and ensuring their bloodline would endure for generations. This coalition, founded on family loyalty, changed the rules of the Mara. Their unity and strength allowed them to protect their territory and their pride, creating a legacy that would be remembered long after their reign. Notch's life is a lesson in resilience and the quiet power of strategic thinking. He showed that true leadership is not just about dominance but about wisdom, patience, and the ability to inspire others. He showed that greatness is not about how you start, but how you face challenges and what you build for the future. Every setback became a stepping stone, every hardship a lesson that made him stronger. His story is about an underdog who refused to give up, a father who invested everything in his sons. Notch's devotion to his family was unwavering, and his sacrifices laid the foundation for a dynasty that would shape the savannah for years to come. Notch's soul was that of a true survivor, and his legacy endures as a monument to that spirit. His journey is a reminder that even in the wildest places, hope and determination can carve out a lasting mark. He redefined what it means to be a king in the wild. Nach's reign was not just about power, but about heart, vision, and the courage to lead against all odds. His journey continues to inspire all who learn of it, reminding us that the soul of a survivor is forged in adversity and shines brightest in the face of challenge. Before he was a king, Nach was a nobody, a young rogue cast out from his birth pride. Alone and vulnerable, he wandered the Mara, dodging danger at every turn. Each day was a fight for survival, scavenging for scraps and evading stronger rivals. As a solitary nomad, he faced threats from lions and hyenas alike. Every sunrise was a victory, every night survived a testament to his resilience. This harsh existence sharpened his senses and forged his cunning. Unlike others who formed coalitions early, Nach endured years alone, learning patience and strategy. Many in his position perished, but Nach's determination set him apart. These lonely years built the foundation for his future greatness. He learned the land, the ways of his rivals, and how to endure. Nach's empire was not inherited. It was earned, one hungry day and dangerous night at a time. Even as a wanderer, he was a king in the making. Nach's turning point came not with brothers but with sons. In a rare move, he formed a coalition with his 5 sons, Nach II, Ron, Caesar, Grimace, and White-Eye. This was no ordinary alliance. It was a family dynasty, led by the experienced patriarch. Together, they became a formidable force, their loyalty and coordination unmatched. Nach was more than a leader. He was a father who had protected and taught his sons from cubhood. This unique bond gave them strength in numbers and unity of purpose. The days of Nach's solitude ended as he and his sons moved with new confidence, ready to claim their place in the Mara. Their coalition was a stroke of genius, bypassing tradition and creating their own path to power. Nach's wisdom and his son's strength made them unstoppable. This father-son alliance was the foundation of an empire and a new chapter in Mara's history. It was the beginning of a legendary dynasty. With his sons by his side, Nach's life transformed. Once a solitary wanderer, he now moved with purpose, surrounded by the strength and loyalty of his growing coalition. The days of uncertainty and exile were behind him, replaced by a new sense of belonging and ambition. No longer nomads, they became conquerors, systematically challenging the Mara's rulers. Each encounter with rival males was a test of their unity and resolve, and with every victory their confidence grew. Their first major victory was the takeover of the Marsh Pride, a decisive battle that marked the start of a new dynasty. The struggle was fierce, but Nach and his sons fought with a determination that left no doubt about their intentions. The Nach coalition's ambition knew no bounds. Their territory soon became one of the largest ever recorded. They patrolled the grasslands relentlessly, expanding their domain with every passing season. Their roars echoed across the plains, a warning to all rivals. The sound carried for miles, a constant reminder that a new power had risen in the Mara. Nach, once a lonely wanderer, was now a ruler presiding over a vast kingdom. From the highest vantage points, he watched over his land, his presence commanding respect from all who saw him. Their method was simple but effective: intimidate with numbers, fight as one, and dismantle old power structures. The coalition's unity was their greatest weapon, allowing them to outmaneuver and overpower even the most established prides. Nach's experience guided their attacks while his sons executed with force. Each son brought his own strength and skill, but together they were unstoppable, a perfect blend of wisdom and youthful energy. Together they built an empire, their rise swift and awe-inspiring. Other lions watched in fear and admiration as the coalition's legend grew with every conquest. The story of the old lion and his sons spread across the Mara, cementing their legendary status. Even the other animals of the savannah took notice, sensing the shift in power. They were not just conquerors, they were empire builders. Their legacy would shape the fate of the Mara for years to come, inspiring awe in all who witnessed their reign. From outsiders to kings, their transformation was complete. The coalition's strength brought stability and order, and their pride flourished under their rule. Nach's empire was born from family, strategy, and an unyielding thirst for dominance. In the heart of the Mara, a new era had begun, one defined by the courage and unity of a remarkable lion and his sons. The Notch Coalition's true strength was not just in numbers but in unity and strategy. Unlike other coalitions, their family bond eliminated rivalry and fostered seamless teamwork. In battle, they moved as one, using coordinated tactics to outsmart and overpower rivals. Notch was the strategist, his sons the enforcers. Their silent understanding made them a thinking army in a world ruled by brute force. This unity allowed them to patrol and defend a vast territory, splitting duties efficiently. Their constant presence sent a clear message: this land was protected by a united family. Even hyena clans, usually bold, learned to fear the coalition's coordinated attacks. 6 lions working together were untouchable, reshaping the balance of power. Their story proves the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. The power of blood and strategy made them legends. Notch was more than a leader, he was a teacher. He prepared his sons for the future, teaching them the art of ruling and survival. Through example, he showed them how to patrol, hunt, and confront rivals with intelligence. Notch taught the importance of presence. Sometimes the threat of a fight was enough. He protected his sons, guiding them through danger and shaping them into rulers. His greatest legacy was not just an empire, but sons ready to carry it forward. Notch's guidance turned 5 strong lions into a dynasty. The Notch Coalition's reign brought unparalleled dominance to the Mara. Their name inspired awe and fear, changing the ecosystem itself. Few dared challenge their vast territory, creating rare stability for the prides they ruled. Their coordinated attacks weakened hyena clans, establishing lions at the top of the hierarchy. As Notch aged, his sons took on more responsibility, enforcing the coalition's rule with skill and unity. Even after Notch disappeared, his legacy endured. His sons continued to rule, becoming legends in their own right. The dynasty he founded reshaped the Mara for a generation. Notch's story became a permanent part of the land's history. His coalition secured not just his survival, but a lasting dynasty. The mark he left on the Mara will never be forgotten. Notch's life is the ultimate underdog story, a rogue who became a king. His journey from outcast to patriarch is a testament to resilience and strategy. Notch proved that intelligence and unconventional alliances can change destinies. The bond with his sons was the bedrock of their empire, their unity making them invincible. In a world of rivalry, their story stands as a rare example of loyalty and family. Notch's legacy is a lesson in hope, perseverance, and building something lasting. He showed that humble beginnings don't define our endings. The legend of Notch will inspire generations, a timeless story of survival, leadership, and what it truly means to be king. The story of Notch's coalition, a formidable band of lions whose power and unity would change the savannah forever. Together they would become a force that no rival could ignore, and no creature could forget. Their thunderous roars echoed across the plains, rolling over the grasslands like distant storms, striking fear into every creature from the swift-footed gazelle to the mighty buffalo. The Mara trembled at their approach. For years, small coalitions fought for control, their reigns brief and bloody. The land was a battleground, and only the strongest survived. Each challenge left its mark, and the scars of battle became badges of honor. But then came Notch, a battle-scarred patriarch whose very presence commanded respect, and his 5 powerful sons. Together, they formed a family dynasty unlike any before, bound by blood and an unbreakable loyalty. Safari guides whispered of 6 male lions moving as one, their ambition and coordination unmatched. Tourists and locals alike watched in awe as this coalition patrolled their vast territory, a living legend unfolding before their eyes. They swept across the Mara like a dark tide, their legend growing with every conquest, every pride they claimed, and every rival they defeated. The balance of power shifted wherever they roamed. Notch's coalition became more than lions. They became myth, symbols of strength, unity, and the untamed spirit of the wild. Their silhouettes at sunset inspired awe and respect in all who witnessed them. Their arrival marked a new era, one of raw power, unwavering loyalty, and absolute dominance. The Mara's hierarchy was forever changed by their presence. The Mara would never be the same. The land itself seemed to recognize their rule, as if the very winds whispered their names. They were kings of kings, the ultimate predators, masters of strategy, strength, and survival. Every hunt, every victory added to their growing legend. The name Notch would soon be synonymous with power and legacy, echoing through the Mara for years to come. A new legend, born beneath the African sun. At the heart of this formidable coalition was Notch, a legendary lion whose right ear bore a distinctive V-shaped scar, a permanent reminder of the countless battles he had fought and survived. This mark was not just a sign of his age, but a symbol of his resilience and the respect he commanded across the savannah. Unlike most lions whose legacies fade with time, Notch's greatest achievement was not merely his own survival, but the extraordinary feat of raising 5 powerful sons. These sons, instead of leaving to form their own coalitions, made the rare choice to remain by their father's side, forging a bond that would change the fate of their lineage. The coalition, Notch, Junior, Ron, Caesar, Grimace, and White-Eye, was more than just a group of allies. They were a true family bound by blood and loyalty, each member playing a vital role in the strength of the whole. Their unity was their greatest weapon, and together, they became a force that few dared to challenge. Their loyalty to each other was unbreakable, forged through years of shared hardship and triumph. They groomed one another, rested side by side, and moved as a single cohesive unit. This deep connection gave them a unity no rival coalition could match, making them nearly invincible in the wild. Notch led with wisdom and experience, guiding his sons through the dangers of the savannah. His sons, in turn, brought youthful strength, energy, and courage, complementing their father's leadership with their own unique abilities. Together, they hunted with precision, patrolled their vast territory with vigilance, and fought as a single, unstoppable team. Their bond was the secret to their rise, allowing them to dominate the Masai Mara and defend their realm against all challengers. This family structure was a rarity in the lion world, a masterstroke of survival and strategy in the brutal, unforgiving wild. Few coalitions could boast such numbers, and even fewer could claim such harmony among so many powerful males. Notch was the undisputed king, his sons the loyal princes. Each son brought his own strengths, some fierce in battle, others cunning in strategy, but all were united in purpose, respecting the hierarchy that kept their coalition strong. Their deference to their father was the glue that held the coalition together. This respect and discipline made them unstoppable, allowing them to act with a single mind and purpose. The Mara had seen many strong lions over the years, but never a dynasty like this, a family whose unity and power would be remembered for generations. They proved that in the wild, the strongest empires are not built by force alone, but by the unbreakable bonds of family and trust. Their unity was their power, and together they became legends of the Masai Mara. To truly grasp Notch's impact on the Masai Mara, you first need to understand the foundations of lion society. In the wild, lions are social cats, but their world is built on fragile alliances and shifting power. Coalitions, groups of male lions, are the backbone of their dominance, shaping the fate of entire prides and territories. Most coalitions are made up of just 2 or 3 males, sometimes brothers or close companions. Even 4 is considered rare, and such groups already command respect and fear across the plains. But Notch's coalition was something the Mara had never seen before. 6 powerful males united as one. This was more than a coalition, it was a supergroup, a force that shattered the old order and rewrote the rules of lion society. Rival coalitions, even those that had ruled for years, stood no chance against such overwhelming numbers. The sheer size of Notch's group was enough to intimidate and overpower any opposition. Their reputation spread quickly. Many rivals didn't even wait to see them. Just the sound of their approach sent other lions fleeing, knowing they were hopelessly outmatched. This psychological advantage was as powerful as their physical strength. It allowed them to expand their territory rapidly, often without a single fight, as others simply surrendered ground. Their size and unity sent a clear message to every lion in the Mara. A new supreme power had arrived, and the old ways were over. The political landscape of the Mara shifted almost overnight. Old territories fell, new borders were drawn, and the balance of power changed forever. Notch's coalition moved like a tidal wave, redrawing the map of lion power with every step they took. They proved, beyond any doubt, that in the wild, numbers are everything. Strength and unity became the new law of the land. Their dominance was a phenomenon rarely witnessed in the natural world, a living legend that would be spoken of for generations. Notch and his coalition didn't just change the Mara, they changed what it meant to be a coalition, forever redefining the very nature of lion power. Numbers gave them strength, but unity made them invincible. The six lions moved with military precision, surrounding rivals and launching coordinated attacks. Their hunts were just as strategic. They could take down even adult buffalo, a feat few male lions attempt. By working together, they secured their own food and independence. Their daily lives reinforced their bond, resting, grooming, and moving as one. Notch led, but cooperation among the sons was seamless. Meals were shared with little aggression, each lion's health vital to the group's strength. Their harmony was their greatest asset, a stark contrast to the infighting of other coalitions. Their reign was a lesson in the power of cooperation. Notch's coalition expanded through relentless strategic conquest. When targeting new territory, they hunted down resident males, overwhelming them with sheer force. Their tactics were intimidating, patrolling borders, roaring in unison, sending rivals fleeing before a fight even began. This psychological warfare saved energy and minimized risk. Once victorious, they took over the pride, often committing infanticide to ensure their own genes would dominate. This brutal strategy was key to building their dynasty. They moved from pride to pride, absorbing each into their growing empire. Their expansion was swift and unprecedented, fueled by unity and ambition. The coalition was always on the move, seeking new territory. Their name became synonymous with conquest and change. For rivals, their reign was a time of terror. For the Mara, it was a new era. The result was an enormous kingdom. Notch's coalition controlled more land than any before them. Their domain spanned prime hunting grounds and vital water sources, encompassing multiple prides. To manage such a vast area, they split into smaller groups, patrolling different regions. This strategy allowed them to defend borders, court females, and maintain dominance everywhere. Their reign brought stability. With no rivals strong enough to challenge them, peace followed their violent rise. Lionesses and cubs thrived under their protection, free from the constant threat of takeover. The coalition became emperors, ruling over an estimated 100 lions. Their presence was a constant reminder of their power. They redrew the Mara's map, creating the largest, most powerful kingdom in memory. Their dynasty was unmatched. Notch's coalition's influence rippled through the entire ecosystem. Other predators, especially hyenas, learned to avoid the six lions. No one dared challenge them at a kill. Their presence shifted the balance of power. Lions were now uncontested at the top. Even the largest herbivores showed caution when the coalition was near. Their reputation alone put herds on high alert. Their roars sent a message of dominance across the savanna. This fear reduced confrontations, conserving their energy and health. Their psychological dominance was as powerful as their physical strength. They were true masters of their domain. Notch's reign left a lasting legacy, genetically and socially. By controlling so many prides, they sired countless cubs, passing on their strength and resilience. The Mara's lions still bear the hallmarks of their bloodline. Their success showed the power of a large, family-based coalition, raising the bar for dominance. After their reign, larger coalitions became the new standard. Their stability allowed more cubs to survive, strengthening the population. Their story became legend, inspiring guides, researchers, and wildlife enthusiasts. They offered invaluable insight into lion behavior and social dynamics. Their legacy is a testament to the wild's capacity for epic stories. The story of Notch and his sons is more than a tale of predators. It's about family, unity, and the heights achieved through cooperation. They became a symbol, their saga reading like an ancient myth of kings and princes forging an empire. Notch's coalition challenged everything we thought we knew about lion society. They proved a large, stable dynasty could dominate the savanna. Their strategy, combining family bonds with overwhelming force, ensured their legacy. Their legend lives on in the Mara, told by guides and remembered in the landscape. They remind us of the wild's raw majesty and the dramas unfolding beyond human eyes. The saga of Notch's coalition is a timeless epic of power, loyalty, and legacy. Their reign is over, but their legend is immortal.